I've always wanted to watch this anime when it came out, and thanks to the lovely people at GMAS, a club that I go to, I've been able to watch it. Letting you know, this review covers everything in the anime, including the 4 additional episodes of the Michi random arc. How would you feel if some being was forcing you to do something or forcing some things upon you and you have no control of it whatsoever? Hello everyone, I'm Joe and Yu. Welcome to another edition of Yu and Anime Review, and this one, Kokoro Connect.
The story of Kokoro Connect centers around a group of 5 friends in a high school club known as the Student Cultural Research Club. What they do in club is unimportant, it's what happens to them is. One day a supernatural experience happens to them known as Phenomenon. The phenomenon they experience are swapping bodies, performing their innermost desires, reverting back to younger age, and reading each other's thoughts. All these supernatural happenings have something in common, it's all random. The story focuses on how the characters face the phenomenon, how they handle it. The big overarching theme of the story is trust, such as when they switch bodies, can they trust each other not to do anything that will affect their social life, while the original is not in control of their bodies? Or, when they can read minds, can they really trust each other after hearing what they said, but their thoughts in their minds are completely different?
Because the phenomenons are random, the plot can get a bit confusing. It's possible to miss out on some things because the mind reading happens so fast and quickly you don't notice it. And plus, when you're switching bodies, you could get confused with who they are in. Some of the plot on the right can be over dramatic, which is kind of a little annoying. However, I do find the concept indeed interesting, having you go on about your everyday life until something supernatural happens to you and you're completely thrown off.
Taichi Yakishi is the main protagonist of the 5 characters. Well, he's somewhat stereotypical protagonist. When it comes to helping others, he cannot resist lending someone a hand. However, it's because of that trait, it's considered his fault. He explores on his character if he really wants to help people or is it just because he can't help himself. However, he's also the most reliable because of this trait. Himiko Inaba is the vice president of the club. Because she's portrayed as a somewhat lonely girl, she is distrustful of the others. However, she does worry about them a lot, because she doesn't want to lose them as friends. Because she has trust issues, she doesn't really know who she is actually. She begins to question herself if she does things to make others happy or make herself happy. I love how her character doesn't really fall into any stereotypical character traits. Although she's somewhat a lonely girl inside, she has a sense of seriousness, confidence, and even humorous personality side of her. Iori Nagase is the easygoing president of the club. Wait, easygoing? Oh no, after her initial appearance, you'd think she falls under the stereotypical character trope as being the happy-go-lucky girl. However, because of her past experience with her fathers, she has learned to change personality to fit the situation to make everyone happy. So, is she who really she says she is? Again, they take a basic character archetype and they explore the idea of that character type. Because honestly, no one can be that easygoing all the time. Yoshifumi Aoki is the other guy member of the club, and also Taichi's best friend. He has an obvious crush on Yui and always confesses to her. He's actually the only member that the others can truly trust because his personality is so expressive. He actually usually does things carefreely. He lives his life to the fullest and brings positive energy to the group. However, because he's willing to stay positive throughout the situation, he can be the least interesting of the 5. The last of our 5 is Yui Kiriyama. Yui has androphobia after she was almost raped in junior high school, so she doesn't trust the boys. So over time, her friends help her gain the confidence to hang around the guys. Her personality and trust issues get worse as the story progresses because even though she learns to trust others, it's herself she cannot trust.
What I love about these characters is how they develop. When there's drama, they react perfectly into that situation. However, some can be over more dramatic than the other. When characters interact with each other, it makes sense how they interact with each other. It's good to see their relationship improve after helping and learning more about each other. I love how the characters may seem stereotypical at first, but then the plot and the writers take their personalities on a whole different angle.
The art style is rather standard. It works well at looking clean and smooth, but other than that, it's not really that interesting or unique. Because most of the time, the characters are just talking with each other. They don't perform too many actions for the anime to drastically do much. However, the lighting in the anime looks gorgeous and fits the mood and setting very well. The character design is a little bit different than other animes, but not too much. Plus, it doesn't get distracted by fanservice too much.
The soundtrack of the show fits the mood and setting very well. However, it is rather hard to hear. However, when you listen to it individually, it's not too bad. The voice acting is also fine, especially Heartseed's voice, who is the cause of the phenomenon, has a very monotone, tiredly voice, like this. Hey, what's up? The opening and ending themes do their job, however, the only recognizable one I have is probably the first opening theme, and the Michi random opening theme, and the ending theme, first one. I enjoyed the series a lot because it reminded me of a previous series I once watched, only with more drama and less humor. I enjoyed the story and the concept. I thought the characters were refreshing in a refreshing plot and concept. Although it can be dramatic at times, but it's a time when it's not. It flows very well. I enjoyed a lot of the humor as well. I don't think the humor distracted from the plot too much, and I think the jokes were smart and cleverly written for a teen audience. I enjoyed the characters' relationship with one another, and plus there was a romance story that didn't end in the status quo format. I felt that the ending was quite satisfying to me because it tied a lot of loose ends, and I believe that a lot of characters changed over time, developed well. For
a story of Kokoro Connect gets a 9 from me. I loved that the story was interesting and unique. I loved the different situations the characters were put in and thought they were paced quite well. Plus, the ending was satisfying. Little problem was following the story at times. It will be confusing because the phenomena jump quite a bit and can be over dramatic. The animation and sound both each get a 7. The art style is nothing special, however it's cleanly and smooth anime, but nothing really special happens. The lighting is fantastic, however. It really suits the mood and settings of the show. The soundtrack suits the atmosphere very well, if you can hear them. It's a bit hard to hear. The themes are nothing special, they do their job and they are good listen. As for the characters, they are getting a 9 rating from me, because I found them all quite interesting and unique. I love that the writers made me think the characters were stereotypical, but then really changed their personality up to make them unique. I think they were developed quite well, their interactions and reaction with each other made sense. I think the whole class is likable in one way or another. For my own personal enjoyment, I give it a 9, because it really reminded me of another anime in a way. But I enjoyed the concept and loved the characters. I think the humor and the writing was smart. They made me really love these characters and the genre. I thought the series was paced quite well with a satisfying ending. So after rounding all that, I give Kokoro Connect an 8 out of 10. It's an interesting concept with a cast of interesting characters who are well developed. However, the animation and sound is rather standard. I recommend this anime to fans of slice of life, drama, romance and supernatural genre. I think because of these storylines, the plot can appeal to those people. However, if you're not into that, it's a fine skip it. But worth your time if you watch it. Just don't expect too many things to happen because the animation is rather standard. I love the characters and I believe you love the characters as well.
Well, that's it for this edition of New and Anime Review. Like always, if you want to read the written review, the link is down below, straight in this room, straight to my anime list. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. If you can't bother, go watch another video. And with that all that said and done, man, I'm glad you guys can't read my mind.
Man, I wish I had more likes. Why can't they keep liking my video?
Sayonara!